If you're thinking about buying the Garmin Forerunner 965 because it promises to be the ultimate running and triathlon smartwatch, hold on a second. I've spent hours using it and digging deep into every feature, so I can tell you what you absolutely need to know before clicking buy. But here's what surprised me. Despite the flashy AMOLED touchscreen and the touted 23-day battery life, this watch isn't perfect for everyone. In fact, there are a few issues you've probably never heard about, and they might change your mind. So should you get the Forerunner 965 or look elsewhere? Let's break it down. Forerunner 965 is marketed as a premium GPS running and triathlon smartwatch with a bright AMOLED touchscreen and lightweight titanium bezel. Sounds amazing, right? But it's not just about looking good on your wrist. This watch promises smart training features like a training readiness score, multi-band GPS, and personalized daily workouts adapting to your recovery and performance. Here's the catch. For all those features, it's priced at nearly $600. So naturally, the big question is, does it deliver enough value to justify that price tag? Stick around as I peel back the layers. And if you're a serious athlete, triathlete, or just a committed runner looking for that next level of performance insight, this one's for you. But there may be better options depending on your priorities. Now, let me start with the good stuff before exposing some quirks. The display on the Garmin Forerunner 965 is undeniably gorgeous. A brilliant AMOLED touchscreen that actually makes interacting with the watch feel smooth and natural. It's bright and sharp, perfect for those early morning runs or late-night workouts when you want a quick glance without fiddling around. Plus, Garmin didn't ditch buttons altogether, and thankfully, because when you're sweating buckets mid-run, sometimes tapping a screen is as tricky as running through a field of banana peels. Yes, I said banana peels. Just imagine slipping, but on your touchscreen. Battery life is impressive too. Garmin claims up to 23 days in smartwatch mode and about 31 hours in GPS mode. For comparison, many competitors hit 15 to 20 days in smartwatch mode max. So if you hate charging gadgets every day, this is a huge plus. But here's where the plot thickens. That great battery life depends heavily on what features you have turned on. Those colorful maps and the constant GPS running. They slurp down the battery faster than a kid chugs juice boxes on a hot summer day. So if you're planning ultra-long workouts or multi-day events, you might find yourself charging earlier than expected. Speaking of maps, the built-in full-color, turn-by-turn routing maps are a fantastic feature. It's not just about tracking where you went, but actually confidently running new routes without a phone. Multi-band GNSS technology means the GPS is generally very accurate, even in challenging environments like deep forests or urban canyons with tall buildings. However, some users report occasional GPS signal drops in extremely dense areas. So while SatIQ Tech is smart enough to optimize battery and accuracy, don't expect perfection in every environment. If you live in a concrete jungle, your mileage may vary, literally. All right, let's talk training. The Forerunner 965 introduces highly personalized daily suggested workouts based on your recent performance, recovery, and even the race you're training for. Garmin's training readiness feature factors in your sleep quality, heart rate variability, HRV, and recovery data to decide if you're primed for a hard session or need to take it easy. Here's my 2 cents. This is a game changer if you want data-driven guidance that adapts to how you actually feel. But it does rely on the data being accurate and your consistent wear. Skipping a few nights of good sleep or forgetting to wear the watch can throw off the system's recommendations. On the running metrics front, you get cadence, stride length, ground contact time, and even wrist-based running power, measuring how much power you're applying to the road. If you're a stats geek or coach, this is a treasure trove, but for casual runners, it might be overwhelming. A word of advice: don't worry if you don't get every number right away. These metrics take time to learn and implement. So what about the downsides? For starters, despite the titanium bezel which gives it a premium feel, some users find the watch bulky, especially if you're used to smaller or slimmer wearables. It's definitely lightweight for its size, but the bigger display means a larger footprint, which can feel clunky on smaller wrists. Also, the touchscreen, although responsive, can get overly sensitive during sweaty runs, leading to unintended taps or swipes. And yes, while Garmin wisely kept physical buttons, there's a learning curve juggling both touch and buttons during intense activity. Another area where I notice some mixed feedback is the software interface. Garmin's apps and watch menus are loaded with data and functions, but they can overwhelm new users or those unfamiliar with Garmin's ecosystem. Compared to simpler smartwatches or other rivals, Forerunner 965 demands some patience and a decent chunk of time to customize, set up profiles, and understand all the data streams. So if you want a plug-and-play watch where you just click and run, this might not be your fastest bet. When it comes to triathlon enthusiasts, this watch is a solid choice because it lets you switch sports with a button press, supports built-in profiles for triathlons, duathlons, swimruns, and even brick workouts. However, swimmers should note that while it tracks swim metrics pretty well, the touchscreen is disabled in water, meaning you'll primarily rely on buttons for control. That's standard for most multisport watches, but worth considering if you're coming from touchscreen-only devices. One interesting tidbit: the watch provides a morning report showing your sleep quality, HRV status, and training outlook the moment you wake up. It's like having a tiny coach on your wrist giving you health insights right away. But keep in mind, these data points are close estimations, not medical-grade measurements. So while they're fantastic for trends and guidance, they shouldn't substitute professional advice if you notice anything unusual. Before you think this is only a critical roast, here's a little joke to lighten things up. Why did the smartwatch break up with the phone? Because it found a better connection with your wrist. Okay, jokes aside, the Forerunner 965 does excel in creating that strong connection to your daily fitness routine. Now, let's talk value. With a price tag around $595, the Garmin Forerunner 965 is definitely an investment. Will casual runners or those new to wearable tech benefit enough to splash that kind of cash? Probably not. But for serious athletes, triathletes, and data-driven fitness enthusiasts who want top-tier build quality, comprehensive metrics, and adaptive training plans, the Forerunner 965 is a worthwhile companion, especially if you appreciate Garmin's ecosystem. So here's a question for you. Are you the kind of person who wants every possible piece of workout data at their fingertips, regardless of the learning curve? Or do you prefer straightforward gadgets that just track basic info and look sleek? If you lean towards the former, then this watch can change your game. If you prefer the latter, you might find it overkill, like trying to use a Swiss Army knife just to open a can of soda. What really seals the deal for me is how Garmin merges tradition with modern technology. The lightweight titanium bezel means durability without bulk. The AMOLED screen is stunning, and the combo of touchscreen plus buttons provides flexibility during workouts. This mix respects the needs of all kinds of athletes, because sometimes you want flashy tech, but other times you need reliable tactile controls. By now, you're probably wondering if I recommend you buy the Garmin Forerunner 965. The honest answer: yes, but with some caveats. If you're training seriously, running marathons, doing triathlons, or just someone who thrives on knowing exactly how your body is holding up, this watch offers unparalleled insights. However, if you're budget conscious or just want a smartwatch for casual fitness tracking, there are cheaper, simpler options that will do the job with less hassle. One last joke before I let you go. Why did the Garmin watch get kicked out of the running club? It kept spacing out. Get it? Because of GPS issues. Okay, I'm done. To wrap up, the Garmin Forerunner 965 is a powerful premium smartwatch that blends beauty, smart training data, and excellent battery life. It's designed for athletes who want to dive deep into their performance and recovery while navigating routes confidently with full-color maps. You get adaptive workouts, multi-sport profiles, and precise metrics all packed in a durable yet stylish package. The challenges: price, initial setup complexity, and some quirks with touchscreen sensitivity and GPS in rare conditions. If you think the Garmin Forerunner 965 fits your training goals and budget, I've dropped a link to the best price on Amazon in the description. Prices fluctuate fast, so don't wait too long if you want to snag a deal. Remember, no gadget guarantees you'll outrun the competition. That part's still on you. But having a watch this intelligent and durable certainly helps make your journey smoother and smarter. Thanks for sticking around. Hit like if this review helped clear things up and subscribe for more honest reviews on the latest fitness tech. Keep running, keep improving, and I'll see you on the next one.